This is Tully Diö and Madman Matt sitting next to me per usual. And we are the hosts of the Tully Diö Show.
I thought I was always a good wingman.
I wake up when my eyes open. Because, you know, rock and roll stays up late. It's like if you're drinking the big beers, then I think there should be a certain level of cheer that you get from that. So, like, whilst drinking the big beers, you should feel more cheerful. Unless you're a sad drunk and no one likes that.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Los Angeles, we're pumping it out to the people, you know? It's the hot stuff. This is where, this place is boiling with, you know what I mean? Everybody wants something new in LA. And it is time for some new rock and roll. It is so time. It's the Tully Diö Show. No, we're not doing a song.
Oh, why not?
Because it's not that type of... I mean, let the music speak for itself, I suppose.
I guess so.
And if we did, it would have more of a... It'd be more like...
Like a rap song?
We
Like a
do...
hip-hop
Well,
song?
like a rap with rock behind it. Don't
Okay.
they call that trap or something now?
These days, yeah.
They call it
do.
different names and pretend it's new. Like,
Yeah,
it's
right?
not.
It's called recycling.
Yeah, I remember when Anthrax and Public Enemy did it.
Yeah.
And then it was new.
Bring the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was new.
Yeah.
When it's not new now.
No.
It's good. It's still good. Berserk is doing a great version of that.
Yeah, and he's just really
Didn't it?
cool.
Wasn't it new metal first? So first it was that, which didn't have a name. It was just dope bands getting together and making dope shit.
Yeah, it was just a
Smoking
random,
pot and drinking beers
two
together.
random New York bands on the same
Right. And they were
record
like,
label.
shit, we live across the way.
Yeah.
So like, and then it was new metal.
Yeah.
And now it's trap metal.
Essentially, yeah.
Trap metal's faster though, right?
It seems like, well, it's like it's a different beat. It's like a
Right.
different variation.
Right. But it's
So
the
they
same
kind of-
concept
it's
with
the
the
same
guy,
concept.
the lead singer doing the rap rock.
Yeah. They go
Uh,
into different subgenres.
yeah.
Everything
I've
turns
heard it.
into a
I've heard it.
subgenre.
It does. It does. We're just making all the genres so small now that like you sound like a douchebag at a record store every time you talk about a band.
Totally. It trickles down and then it
Do you
just makes
listen
you
to,
look like
you
an
know, like Eastern European flog swag rock? Like what, dude? Like fucking no, dude. I don't
Nope.
even know what the fuck that is. Do I listen to rock and roll? Fuck yes.
There it is.
But I like to keep current.
Right.
And know all the current terms. There's just getting to be so many of them.
If you say alternative anywhere in like a rock club, people will fucking yell at you.
Why?
I don't know. But it used to define what something like that, like a new metal, would be.
Yeah.
So like you can't even say that. Like
They want their
alternative.
labels. They want the label, which is weird because rock and roll doesn't really have labels.
No.
It's
I mean-
about freedom of fucking about.
That's right. Lemmy and fucking Robert Plant have been saying it for fucking years. We're on a fucking metal band. We just play rock and roll.
There you go. And do a lot of drugs.
Yeah. You better
Too
be.
many.
Oh, yeah.
Too many. But Lemmy was a badass. He's like, oh yeah, I have cancer. Oh well, I got to
Yeah.
go on tour
I'm gonna
anyway.
drink some more whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
His plan didn't work that the whiskey would kill the cancer, but had it, he would have revolutionized cancer treatment.
That's right. I just drink some whiskey.
Holy shit. No one even thought of that. Get this person a pack of smokes and some whiskey stat
Yeah.
so they can get rid of this fucking cancer horse shit. The Tully Diö Show. I'm Tully Diö.
Bad Man Matt. That's not a gun.
It's episode
That was
324. We can do guns.
That was a
though.
love gun.
Love gun.
Kiss
Doodle-doo,
your ass.
doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Saturate, light the match, Ventress, Talladega. We played these guys a couple weeks ago. These are new tracks from them. We're getting a lot of new tracks from these awesome bands, and it's nice and heavy. It's good rock and roll. It's good rock and roll. It's good metal. It's good. You know, put it in a box if you want to. I just fucking like it.
Push against my will, that'll never work. You push so hard until it hurts. I think you know, I know we need to show the world we're unbroken. It's unspoken. There comes a time in your life when you start to awaken. You're not the center of the universe. Something has taken just wanna thank you for taking the time out of your life just to hold up mine. I'll be fine. You can lead me to the river, but the river's running dry. I'll be fine. The river's running dry. I'll be fine. The river's running dry.
Ventress, Talladega, Saturate, Light the Match, Sound Man Kills. We played him last week. This is his most current track. Their most current track, Trapped Inside of Me. And then Andy Carhart, Don't Lose Your Head. Right now, the Tully Diö Show.
Stripped of all we try. Burn it to the eye. Image like the tide. Zero compromise. Power breaks you. All against the fear. They will soon appear. Dominating clear. Now it takes you. Now I see you falling. Power breaks you on through to the other side. Waiting in the dark to run and hide. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me. Voices in my head want me dead every day. Listen to the skies of what they say. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me. Jump to conclusions, react. Your tarnished ways sealed up intact. All of your days filled with dark regret. Inside the mind, all is fine, no ground to protect. All the synthetic is real. Master of closing the final deal. Crushing the words that belong to them. Smashing your dreams and deceit until all we can. Will that makes you kneel. Vision ultra real. Promises to steal. Power breaks you. Living for the lie. Truth that never dies. Knew that I just blind. Now it takes you. Now I see you falling. Power breaks you on through to the other side. Waiting in the dark to run and hide. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me. Voices in my head want me dead every day. Listen to the skies of what they say. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me. Darkness over me, darkness over. 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 Now I see you falling. Power breaks you on through to the other side. Waiting in the dark to run and hide. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me. Voices in my head want me dead every day. Listen to the skies of what they say. All I want is someone to reach like trapped inside of me.
mixed up world of coin flip scripts, what we get served. You have a little influence but no control. The goal is to live right and right in your soul. Speak your own truth, follow your dream. Never stop fighting for what you believe. When things get hard, you gotta bend, and if you don't break, you will transcend. Don't lose your head. Just don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Just don't lose your head. Off the course, you're bound to wreck. Gotta keep it together and help one another and brighten the future and try to make it alright. Embrace each failure, there are opportunities to get your mind, body, and soul in harmony. It ain't too late to make it great. Don't underestimate what can be. Just don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Gotta keep it together and help one another and brighten the future and try to make it alright. Try to make it alright. Don't lose your head. Just don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Come on, just don't lose your head.
Andy Carhart, Don't Lose Your Head. Soundman Kills, Trapped Inside of Me. And we're up to Big Jim's Wild Card. We've played these guys before, and they have an amazing 80s vibe going. The band is called Chinese Whispers, and the track is called Take Another Chance. If you like 80s music, they're bringing it back to perfection. Check it out. Big Jim's Wild Card for episode 324.
Asking for a friend who's been here before. She's looking chance when our house is not a home. You're breaking out and being free. Take your chances, simply be.
Chinese Whispers, Take Another Chance, Big Jim's wild card. So that is 5 brand new hits, tracks.
You don't have to say hits.
Well, hits for me. I don't know if they're going to be a hit somewhere. I would certainly hope they all are. I pick them.
Yeah, they are.
And I think they're all hits.
I think you got this. I think you got the good.
On this show, on our show, they are hits.
You have a reader. You have a good read on things, I think.
Decent.
Yeah, it's pretty
it's polished, not fully harnessed.
Yeah.
Fully. It's a little, sometimes there's some straggles. I can't wrap it all up.
Not everyone can be a Casey Kasem. It's not that easy.
Oh man, that's like the finish line.
It's like Dick Clark, Casey Kasem.
You know who I always, when I got it, one of the people that I always wanted was Wolfman Jack.
Oh,
remember that guy? Fucking cool was he, dude?
He was rad. He was cool.
Did he die when we were kids? I don't even remember when he died. But I just remember thinking his name was Wolfman Jack. And that's about as fucking cool as you could be.
You really can't go wrong.
No.
You know, I thought he was fake until I watched that movie. You know, what was that movie? American Graffiti?
Yeah.
That's a real guy.
His voice was amazing. Great musical choices.
Yeah, amazing.
Dude did great work.
Ooh, right? He had the crazy voice.
Yeah, he had like one of those. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing right there. Besides blowing out my fucking voice.
I have polyps.
Now we're on to some bands that we've played prior weeks that we're just playing them again because it's all new music.
Yeah.
So listen to them again, you'll dig them. First one, our buddies, the 95 All-Stars, Call Off the Search. Then Saturn, maybe someday. Right now.
It's been a long time since I've done it real good.
catching sunsets. Catching sunsets. Dream another day, wish the world away. Sell yourself them stories of your special way. I'm feeling hopeless now. We should remember how all that history irrelevant to me. Redefine what it all means to still be free. Maybe someday we'll believe in what we say. Maybe someday we can wish them all what you tolerate, well that's the word I hate. Is it just too much to maybe celebrate? We're never going back, but that's the thing we like. Living up to what we tell ourselves we've got. Though it seems so much, it's really not a lot. Maybe someday we'll believe in what we say. Maybe someday we can wish them all
Saturn, maybe someday. The 95 All-Stars, Call Off the Search, Nitro, Nitra. And what was your alternative version?
Nitra.
Nitra. We're going to say them both because I can look it up, but just so we know. So we have it down.
Yeah.
We have it down.
That's right.
Amazing. She's amazing. Playing sick rock and roll. The song is called Just Right. And then Youth Illusion. Love these guys. Help Me to Believe. And we're going to end it all with some prog rock. There's probably 8 different definitions of prog rock now.
I think you got this one right, though.
It's prog rock.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
UV Traveler with The Road. And that is the end of the set list
for episode 324. I don't know what he's clapping around. Is it a round little golf clap? Somebody just sank a fucking 30-footer.
Beautiful fucking 7-hole.
A 30-footer putt. 30-footer. Is that even? I don't know. That's too
30
far.
feet. You gotta think
That's
about
too
it.
far.
That's a pretty good chip.
Nah, it's too far.
That's
That's a chip, maybe. I don't know.
Can you actually make one in with the chip?
Oh God, I'm sure.
I mean, okay. Well, that's good.
My buddy's a golf pro.
Is he?
Billy, yeah. He listens to the show. Give a shout out to little Bill Mashing. But
Cheers.
yeah, he's gonna shit if
Drink one for
Yeah, so we're gonna have to have him write in or call in or whatever and tell us about golf because we don't know enough about it.
You should interview that guy, and then you talk about your frisbee golf career.
I'll throw that in there.
Let's throw it in there.
I'll be like, Bill, but what about a mid-range frisbee golf situation? See if I can throw him off his game.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
Frisbee versus golf, Scottish golf,
golf
versus
would win,
American
probably,
frisbee
but
golf.
American frisbee golf. I wonder if we even thought it had to be something we thought of.
Yeah.
Nothing like frisbee golf and shit like that. That gets thought of after you've smoked like so much weed and you're like, I don't know, let's just throw a frisbee into a basket.
I mean, that's ultimate.
Like golf,
Yeah.
because it's too hard to golf when you're high like that.
Right.
So you got to like think of something that's a little bit more manageable,
That's right.
like throwing a frisbee.
And ultimate frisbee was like kind of like not baseball. It's like
Football.
it's like football. Right?
Yeah. Great game.
Fun game. Yeah,
Mhm.
fun.
The frisbee adds a whole new dimension to it. It's like a wiffle ball. You just can't even get it perfect.
No,
It's great. A lot of diving.
A lot of chaos.
A lot of diving catches.
Diving.
Very cool looking.
That's right.
It's like as cool as the beach scene from Top Gun.
How are those guys so good at everything? So good at volleyball. They're good at flying planes.
I don't know, man. I guess
What
when
the
you're
fuck?
just when you're like a maverick, when you're a Top Gun, you're just good at everything.
You're just a fucking ace.
They don't call you a Top Gun because you're just partially good at some things. I bet you they can cook a mean steak on the grill.
Oh hell yeah!
There's probably nothing you can't do when you're Top Gun.
You got cool names.
Yeah, you're a Top Gun, right? That's cool.
Brick
And then
shit
you got a
house.
fucking sick, yeah, and you just all of it.
That's right.
You're driving something fucking ridiculously fast for no reason, but you're used to going fast. You got a need for speed,
You have to feel that need too.
for the speed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right on. Get it.
I've tried to come to terms with every problem I have made. Remorse alone for what I did is more than I can take. Feeling the darkness closing in, I can't hardly breathe. And grace alone is not enough, so help me to believe, help me to belong, help me to make right everything that I've done wrong. Try to love again when I can't face the day. Help me to believe things will never be the same. Help me to believe. So bury me underneath the weight of my mistakes. Cleanse my soul and let my demons lay. I can't keep turning back to who I was. This grief will bury me. So help me to believe, help me to belong, help me to make right everything that I've done wrong. Try to love again when I can't face the day. Help me to believe things will never be the same. So help me to believe. me to make right everything that I've done wrong. Try to love again when I can face the day. Help me to believe things will never be the same. Help me to believe, help me to belong, help me to make right everything that I've done wrong. Try to love again when I can face the day. Help me to believe things will never be the same. Help me to believe, help me to belong, help me to make right everything that I've done wrong. Try to love again when I can face the day. Help me to believe things will never be the same.
Yes, I've been driving, always driving. I can't find my way home. Lights are blinding, moon is shining, but I'm stuck all alone. Alone on the road, leaving darkness behind. When my mind starts to roll, the light can be so hard to find. To get off the road, the road's winding, and I can't find it. I hope you're there when I call. On the right side, where lights are bright, and I'll be singing the song. This song on the road, leaving darkness behind. When my mind starts to roll, the light can be so hard to find. On the road, leaving darkness behind. When my mind starts to roll, the light can be so hard to find. To get off the road.
End of the set list. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey man, what's that foreign object you got there, bud?
It's Jackson Springs water.
What are you talking about, bud?
Yeah, it's like really kick-ass water. I want to make sure I stay hydrated this summer.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
drinking a lot of it.
That's good. You can't drink pool water.
No, you can't. Hey, dude, where's my Brims hat? I really like their hats.
Yeah, me too.
You sure you haven't seen it? All right, cool. Thanks, bro.
It's time for Tully Talks.
Cheers.
You want to know what I'm talking about?
Big beers. Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about May 4th. Yeah, that's what we're
Is that what
talking
you're
about.
talking about?
We're talking about May 4th be with you.
I was not
May the
expecting-
4th be with you.
I got the text about the prompt of the topic of Tully.
Yeah,
last night,
sometimes. So here's the thing.
and I was shocked.
Yeah, because here's the
I'm
thing,
shocked.
right? I smoke bushels of marijuana. No, I smoke I smoke a good amount of J's every day on the days. That being said, I come up with these ideas and I'll forget them unless I text Madman.
I got to hear about it.
So I got to send Matt the shit, right?
Yeah,
Outlaws Way.
Outlaws Way.
I do it. I send him my little ideas, and sometimes they're fucked. They're not funny. But not fucked.
They're usually fun.
Yeah, right. They're pretty fun. They're all right.
They're
But
fun.
so I was like, hey, it's May 4th, this week. It was May 4th. This is May 6th.
Yeah.
But it was May 4th. And I'm like, look what they did, right? It's a fucking and I absolutely can't stand it. That's what people thought I was going to celebrate it. I'm not, though.
This fucker ain't. We're not.
I'm not.
Not anymore.
Oh, you got my back on this.
I got your back.
I'm not going to go off too hard on it because I loved those movies as a
Old school.
child.
Yeah, same here.
And as an adult, I've watched them and they're not as good. They're not as good. Empire's the only one with any edge.
It's edgy.
I'm about to blow out. People are going to be mad at me, but I don't care because if you want to get mad at me over the Star Wars franchise, I guess we're not friends. There's so much going on in the world. And
Yeah,
you're
I know.
like, I don't know what he said about Star Wars.
This guy-
Fuck this guy.
You have an opinion.
It's an opinion, but it's valid as fuck.
Yeah. Let's
So,
hear it. I wanna hear
okay,
it.
so I'm more down with Valentine's Day than May the 4th because it is the
Sure.
most manufactured horse shit thing. I remember when it was just a little joke between the Star Wars fans who are way over the top most of the time anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like those movies are just not that great.
No, I
They
love
don't hold up that well. Like they're very basic.
that. Yeah.
It's good versus evil. It's like it's just not there didn't need to be all these other movies.
Oh hell.
They're
no.
just now I've enjoyed some of the shit. Don't get me wrong. I was a big fan of those movies. I had a million Star Wars. So this is coming from someone who is still a fan.
Yeah.
Still a fan. I don't have any collectibles up, I don't think. But like I have my Star Wars figures
That's
and
like
everything
that.
still. Do
No,
you?
I do have a lot.
I still have all my old Star Wars figures and
too.
the Darth Vader thing. So I was real. I was
You're
serious
real.
as shit about it.
Yeah.
But I'm
yeah.
telling you, as a person who's grown up, that shit doesn't hold up. So stop pretending it does. I have enjoyed some of the things. The Mandalorian, super fun.
Right.
I didn't really enjoy Book of Boba Fett, but I'm glad it happened because I loved Boba Fett.
Weird but cool.
Very weird, dude.
Weird.
Very weird. A little
A
weird.
little weird. Mando was great.
What's the animated show?
Oh, Rebels.
That was great. The Bad Batch,
Bad
which I
Batch,
think they're
didn't see it
releasing a new season of it. That show is
yet.
amazing.
You liked it?
Loved it.
Oh, cool. I'll watch it.
So that being said, it's stupid though. May the 4th be with you. That's stupid. All right. Now I just gave a lot of love to the franchise right there.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm going to tell you, this has got to stop. It's fucking terrible.
I love it.
It's just coming at me way too hard and I don't like it.
I love
Because of what it's like, okay, it's went from this passion thing of a bunch of Uber fans who just can't even fucking keep it together if something even sounds Star Wars related. They're like, May 4th. Oh, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Someone put that together and it fucking blew up. And I get the passion. I love that. I love that they like it that much. I really do. I like that. However, now corporations have gotten a hold of it and they're just marketing this horse shit.
Yep.
So don't even do it. Or if you're going to do it like Valentine's Day where you don't spend any money.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody's on board, man.
Yeah, man.
I was looking at the PlayStation Network today. They're doing Star Wars deals. Amazon is doing Star Wars deals.
Yep.
It's
everybody.
awful.
It's in the middle of Times Square.
It disrespects the integrity of the very nerds that fucking thought of it originally.
Industrial Light and Magic, man. They're a bunch of dudes, unemployed fuckers from USC,
Just baked,
who are baked as
super
fuck,
stoned,
but fucking
dude.
super genius
Oh.
mathematicians and like special effects artists.
Yeah.
And new computers.
Yep.
And George Lucas was like, "Come on,
Yeah.
you got to get your shit together. Come with me."
Yep.
And they were getting yelled at by him. It's like the whole time. That's what Star Wars is.
That's what Star Wars is.
And a good editor.
A very good editor.
Because we can't see the original Star Wars. It was a bad movie. The OG Star Wars is stuck in a vault.
That's why that second one is so good.
Yeah.
Because it was very well. The directing was phenomenal, and it was dark as shit.
Dark and won an Academy. It was up for an Academy Award.
I mean, we're not, but that's not what this is about.
No, it was perfect.
We'll always say how things we like, because there are things I like. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
May 4th ain't what it used to be.
No, that's true.
You got to take it back. Don't spend any money on May 4th. Just enjoy it.
I'm not sitting here hating on that. I'm a big Star
That's
Wars
all.
fan. I think it's
Watch it.
fucking
You already
hilarious.
bought it. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch them all.
I mean,
That's-
honestly,
doesn't cost
that's
anything.
Some good advice.
Yeah.
You watch Lucas, right? You watch that first cut of the first Star Wars. It's a good movie. It wasn't the first cut, right? I mean, the
I see what you're
it's
saying.
The 8th cut.
Right.
The
Yeah.
original Star Wars is a good movie. Okay.
It is a good movie.
The second one,
Excellent
is an
movie.
Excellent movie. Third one is a fucking
Good
let's
movie.
talk about cash cow though, and I think the whole May the 4th thing. I was just at Star Wars Land. You're just trying to make money. I was at Disneyland yesterday. Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Earlier this week.
Yeah.
My bad. And
Kenner, bro.
It's all Kenner, dude.
Kenner toys.
All Hasbro and Kenner.
Literally, we're probably. I bet you. We could probably even look this up. They probably had meetings with Lucas, and they were just like Lucas and the Kenner guy,
Yeah.
going like, "How many things can you make up to put into this fucking Jedi movie you're doing?
Yeah.
How many different creatures can we turn into a fucking toy? Because they were already a hit."
Because 20th Century Fox, the most infamous deal in the history of mankind, of all merchandising, was that they gave the rights, all of the points, and I'm sure everyone was fired in Fox for this. They gave 100% rights to George Lucas.
I remember
Because
hearing this.
They didn't believe in him. They thought
Yeah.
this movie was going to just be like not lose money or not make
They,
money.
you know how they thought of it? The way it really fucking is.
Yeah.
Because it's really not a great movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And it's like, man, I bet you if you were like 12 years old in 1979 or some shit, and you went and saw that, you must have been fucking losing your mind. Losing it. Like, I actually talked to this dude who was 20 when he saw Star Wars in 1979.
Wow.
And he said it was the most amazing thing. He was like, it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen. 'Cause he's a sci-fi guy.
Right.
Like he loves sci-fi stuff, read Asimov and read all the,
Sure.
Bradbury and all
For the
that.
time it kicked out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it blew minds like Jurassic Park did, like
Yeah.
T2, like Avatar,
Holy shit. Yeah.
things like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I can imagine it. It just, it's a good movie now.
It's not great.
No. And none of the other ones are good. None. Not one. Well, I mean, like of
Like,
the
yeah, a trilogy.
like 1, 2, 3, none of them were good.
No.
7, 8, 9, none of them were good.
They were not good.
They looked great.
Yeah. Not good.
Vader, like they look cool.
Yeah.
No, none of them were good.
They're
So what do
true.
you, May the 4th save your money.
Yeah, man. And now, like the May the 5th, this May the 6th is a thing now, supposedly.
We're done. We're done. I can't
Uh-huh.
even get into that. We're done. That's the end of Tully
I don't-
Speaks.
Exactly.
Because there we go. Now they're like, how can we just, these guys, we're in a recession. These motherfuckers can't afford potatoes. How can we squeeze one more drop of fucking money out of their wallets?
Yeah.
How about this? 5th, Sith, right after May 4th. Like, my fuck. Stop.
It's like
Leave them
it's
alone.
like having Hanukkah.
They have to get the collectible.
Yeah.
It's mean to do. It's like, you know, that those hardcore fans got to get that collectible if it's limited edition or some shit, or like May the 5th, you know, GameStop only edition.
Yep.
That's fucked. Leave them alone, man.
Yeah. And now
It's
because they're
mean.
under the Disney moniker, so they have to have a pin, a $30 pin.
It's mean.
Yeah. Like the enamel pins, they're like you have to make it.
So I guess what I'm saying is enjoy this B- franchise without spending any money. Oh,
Yeah.
I do. I you know,
Don't spend any more money. Stop it.
no, I think honestly,
He's right.
yeah, like I'm, you know, enjoy, don't spend money.
Can't right.
Till he speaks. I'm out of gas.
You're out of X-Wing gas.
I'm out of gas. Oh, went too many parsecs.
Yeah.
Too fast.
TIE fighter crash.
Mm-hmm.
Time for another beer.
Ronnie Robinson is here.
Cheers. Yeah.
Master. I like to call him a master musician.
Ah, wow, that's cool. I've never been called that before.
I think you've elevated to that level where you deserve that.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Bet. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, doing fantastic. I just opened up a new studio in Toronto, just north of Toronto in Vaughan, the Sound and Film Rehearsal Studios, and business is good. Everything's good. In fact, I'm sitting here right now.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You got
So it's
tired.
good.
You got tired of going to other people's studios and just decided you to have your own, so you can go and jam whenever you want.
Yeah, well, I had mine in my house for the longest time. And I thought, you know what? A friend of mine bought the business. It's like an actual rehearsal hall. We have 5 rooms here, fully equipped, everything ready to go. Great
Awesome.
bands in and out. And he said to me, he goes, why don't you bring the studio over here? And I thought, you know what? That makes sense. So that's what I've been doing. And I've been doing it for a couple months now. And it's a lot of fun. And,
Oh, so it's brand new. It's brand new.
Yeah. Meeting a lot of
Awesome.
great people. And yeah, it's fantastic. So that's what I've been up to. And as for music, I've been... I got my fingers in a couple of pies right now. You know, I'm a session musician, right?
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah.
So, you know, I thought, you know what, I'm going to start getting people together instead of, you know, people getting other people together like myself. And that's working out really, really well. And that's news to come about that shortly.
Oh,
Definitely.
very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Some great players from around the world, man.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So you've been a session musician for a long. You've played with the greatest. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like, you've literally played with the greatest rockers.
Or you know what?
Ever.
You know what? Or basically what I've done is I played with some great bands and some members I've recorded with great members of great bands with great bands. So, you know, and that's all cool, fine and dandy. And I love it. And, you know, the resume's looking pretty good. And I'm pretty proud of myself and proud of the work that I've done. And, you know, it's just all about fun for me.
That's if you can keep that, that's the, you know, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's all true with the set, but the fun part, if you keep it fun, rock and roll is at its absolute best.
No, exactly. I think it's, you know, rock and roll, sex, drugs, rock and roll. I think it makes it live longer, a little bit longer, you know?
Bit.
Yeah. And we have more fun doing it. At least I do, you know. The sex part and the rock and roll
the sex part and some of the drugs.
Yeah.
We'll just keep, you know, you're not going to do all the drugs. You can just do some of the drugs.
Exactly.
There's a big difference.
Yep. For sure.
So you've played with everybody. Do you have any stories, or I don't want to say, because you can't really say who your favorite person to play with was.
Yeah. No,
but you can tell me a story about maybe one or two of them. I don't know. It's so interesting.
You know, one people I always love recording with is Vinny Appice, drummer. He was drummer for Black Sabbath and Dio and Heaven and Hell. And, and now he's last in line, Drum Wars with his brother Carmen. And I don't know. every time I get drum tracks from him back, I smile, man. The guy is just solid as hell and nice guy, very professional. And I don't know, he's probably one of my favorite people to record with. Glenn Drover, ex Megadeth, is another guy I like doing stuff with. I haven't done anything with Glenn for a while, but maybe I should reach out to him and see for sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, those two are pretty cool. I mean, man, it's really hard to put a finger on who my favorite are, but those two I think are pretty cool. Steph Hahn out of France, we did the last Hollywood Monsters album with, Thriving on Chaos. He's another guy that I love to record with and actually just talk to, and great musician, great vocalist, and great songwriter. So hopefully we're going to get into some more stuff soon. We've been talking, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How about, I'm just going to throw a couple out there and you just tell me, how was Alice Cooper?
Well, it was Tommy Denander that I recorded with, and he's written, man, Tommy is like, he's done stuff for everyone. Like, God, Alice Cooper. He's done stuff with Paul Rogers. He's done stuff with just like, oh man, like he's got one hell of a resume. That's
right.
And in fact, we're just talking the other day, and he's going to be playing lead guitar on a track that I'm doing, going to start on probably next week. And man, he's another great.
You got to send
player.
it to us.
Definitely.
Send us the track.
Yeah, for sure.
Too. Like we're gonna play. I'm just letting people know. We'll talk about it later. But we're gonna play "Numb." That's your new track. That's the newest.
That's the one off of Hollywood Monsters. That is the most downloaded track, I think, off the album. It's great song.
Love it.
Steph Hahn wrote it, plays guitar, sings, does backup vocals, does keys on it. I played bass on it, and Vinny Appice, it's on drums. So.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's got that whole, there's certain vibes that songs have, and it's got that rock and roll sound. Now rock and roll has so many sounds that it's all rock and roll. But that's the rock and roll sound that I think of when I say rock and roll. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I think what it is more like a heavy classic rock.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like, when you're listening to it on vinyl.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it's got, and like, if people are wondering what I'm thinking, when we say that, I'm thinking like that 70s vibe, like that, like 70s, like when that was the classic rock that I grew up with was when they, when they called it classic rock, that's the first thing that comes to mind is like those bands from the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And that whole album really is like, it's got a classic, like basically it's got, it has metal tones to it. But it's more classic rock. Yeah. And I mean, we had some classic rock players on it, the album. And it's like, and the funny thing with Steph and I is we would surprise each other back and forth. Like we'd be recording stuff and he, one track we did, he had a guitar solo and he went in with a wah-wah pedal, and I came out. I ended it before his solo with a wah-wah pedal on my bass, and he goes, "Oh, that's really cool." And then what does he do? Don Airy, the keyboard player, he's played with Deep Purple, he's played with everybody. Yeah. He surprised me. Steph put on the track. He goes, "Have a listen and let me know what you think." And he said the guitar solo. Well, he replaced his own guitar solo with Don Airy playing a B3 solo, which was really cool. So that whole album is like got classic people on it, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Ronnie, who influenced you growing up that made you want to get into this so deep? Because you've been doing it for a long time at a high level.
Yeah. You know what? I think it was like Led Zeppelin, The Who, Frank Zappa. It was one of these things where, Nazareth and Foghat and just all these the other bands, all I wanted to do was play. And I started on piano when I was a kid and moved to guitar. And I thought about bass later on because where I lived, there was people in the neighborhood. There wasn't too many bass players that were gelling with the drummer. And I seem to do that. And that's why I see, like the rhythm section, I seem to I tried to gravitate toward it, and then it clicked. I thought, this is my instrument. This is what I'm going to do. So I started learning, tried to learn everything I possibly could, like Motown and not so much disco, but
No, but get the funk in there. But get the funk in there,
Yeah, definitely, and heavy rock, like Zeppelin and the Who, and I never looked back. I just stayed with that instrument, and that was it. I mean, I play the odd, piano or keys in other people's, projects and stuff. But other than that, yeah, man, bass all the way.
That's the one that you went with. That's what you stuck with. Yeah. You can tell, because that's how you got to, if you want to be like at the level that you're at, you got to go with that one instrument and just hone all your, you know what I mean? Like super concentrate.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Cause that's a lot of people like that you're playing with people. It's all you guys are at such a, and I wasn't joking about, you're at like a master's level of your instruments. So like,
thank you.
To play with other people, they have to be there too.
Exactly.
So everybody you're playing with has got to, if they're going to challenge you, right?
Yep.
They got to be as good as you.
Oh yeah.
So that's why these songs and the albums are always going to be phenomenal, because it's just a bunch of dudes who are really good at their instruments, trying to make each other better.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I wonder about in modern music, because growing up, I always thought like there was like some of your friends would be like, oh, I love Zeppelin. And then others would be like, the Beatles are better than Zeppelin. Oh, the Who's better than whatever. They were all trying to be better than each other.
Exactly.
Because they were all so good.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're still doing that today.
You know what? Probably. I mean,
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you look at the Beatles, Paul McCartney, one of the best bass players on the face of the earth, and sings at the same time. Something that I really can't do. I do backup, things pretty well, but just start belting out a song. No, but you know what? That's what the Beatles did. That's what everyone did. And now, I mean, the only thing about being a session musician, and we wait for tracks. Everyone has home studios, so they go into the studio and do their thing. The only thing missing is being in the same room at the same time, where you have that development, that way, that sonic thing. And I think what successful session musicians do is they say, okay, wait a minute, I'm going to do a scratch bass, or I'm going to do scratch guitar. I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to wait for this and wait for this. It doesn't have to be perfect right away. And I work with a lot of guys to say, I'm going to change this, or I'm going to change that. Now that we have the vocal set, maybe I'll do a little thing on the end of the vocal with guitar, or I'll do something with bass or something. And it's that thing of not being in the same room is, I miss that. Really, sure. I do. But we can take our time, sit back and say to each other, why don't we do this and this and this and this and this? So we re-record things or sections, and it keeps on going. And, with everyone having a home studio, in my studio here, there's no time limit. There's, no budget to be blown, because, so that works out. And I believe a lot of people are doing that now. I know I did that with the Monsters and a few other people too. And man, it works out. It works out. We all try to just lift each other, Yeah. Do you have any, like, let's say some musician out there, he doesn't necessarily want to start his own band or be part of a band. Do you have any advice for him to get into being a session musician? Yeah. Practice. Start, do a guitar track, send it out to different artists. It's something like, I have a few younger clients, and they want to play. They're really good players, and they want to play with certain bands or getting out with certain bands on tour and things like that. And I won't mention any names, but there's one kid, and he's just outside of Toronto. And I said to him, you can sing like this person, you can play guitar like this person, but why? Give them a demo reel of you doing like a chorus or bridge or whatever you want to do. playing alternate chords and singing harmony, because that's what that artist will want. You know, diversity in that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as being a session musician. Man, send out some email. Send out, you know, to managers, to agents, to different things. Like, get in there and say, hey, this is what I want to do, and have a resume behind yourself.
Yeah, I was just
Even
going to
if you
say,
haven't-
treat it like a regular job, even though it's an
Yeah.
awesome job.
Yeah. I mean, with me, I kind of fell into it.
Sure.
I mean, I played in bands and stuff, and people say, hey, man, can you record this and record that? And this is
Right.
back when I was 19. Like, I finished high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. So I started working in a recording studio. Well, that lasted for about maybe 3 years. And then I started working for the city of Toronto. I just retired from that 2 years ago. And where am I? Back in the studio.
Right.
360 degrees, right?
Right.
But if you don't know what to do, that's what you do. Play, record. Put yourself on, you know, video, get yourself a TikTok channel, YouTube channel, and be professional.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
great one, because it is another, it's another thing. You know, we sit here and drink our beers and smoke our joints and do all that, but
Yeah.
it's a professional show. Like, we actually, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Show goes up every
Exactly.
week. It's clean. It sounds good, looks good. You got to
Yeah.
be professional, even though you're in an absolute circus.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's one thing about it is I don't miss touring. You know, I would go out and I'd play with, you know, like
Yeah.
basically great bands, like no-name bands, not anything that you
Sure.
would know. But I mean, nowadays it's a necessity, because artists aren't making money, you know, from record sales, from, you know, music
Yep.
sales, downloads. They're making very, very little. And they're going out and touring all the time just to make that extra money. And that's another thing that you have to be ready for. If somebody wants for you to go on tour, you got to be ready for it. Like,
Yeah.
if someone asked me to go on tour and said, well, you know, we've got this dates or these dates, can you go? You know, and I'll say, well, you know, audition me and I'll run through, I'll learn everything and I'll be ready to go. But that's fine, because I've a certain point in my life where now I can sit back and I can chill.
Yeah.
But I mean, a young person, I mean, you know, forget about a family, forget about this, forget
Yeah.
about that. No, because you can be called on like that to go. So
Very
yeah, man.
interesting.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's something everybody doesn't know about. I mean, yeah, when you're young, who gives a shit, right? You just fire
Yeah.
out the door no matter what.
Oh,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? But when you get a little bit older, you really do, and especially if you do want to have a family and stuff, that's really interesting. You know, you gotta do that, get your name out there. It sounds like while you're young, you know, and then
Yeah.
once you're established, you're good to go.
Yep. And then you're good to go. And the thing about it is, you know, when you're young, you can fly out the door. Your mom's going to say, you forgot your socks. And right now, my wife would do the same thing. Ronnie, you forgot your socks. I'd be like, it's okay. I'll see you in a week or 2 weeks.
I don't need socks to rock.
That's right. You
I
rock
like-
my socks off, sweetheart.
I'm going
That's
doing a
what I tell
little
her.
barefoot bass.
Exactly.
Little cool, just
Exactly.
getting a little mellow with it, getting a little 60s style.
Yeah, man. But
So
I
we
do
got-
miss playing live, though. I do miss
I
playing
bet.
live.
I
I
bet.
do that. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. And I was really, that was maybe about 6 weeks ago. I was thinking, sitting on the couch at home and going through my phone, and I'm thinking, you know, maybe I should put a band together with well-known players. If they're not on tour or recording or
Yeah.
anything, then we can all get together and perform, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not so much like a super band. I hate that.
No, but like
you know,
we were
that
just
whole thing, but
I was going to ask you about Numb, the song that's the first song that we're going to play the song after the interview. It's the one that you
Yep.
sent us.
Yep.
That would be amazing if you could grab
Yeah.
a bunch of dudes to go together and tour with this album, right?
yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny. Before COVID, we talked about going on tour this album in Ontario, in Quebec, in Canada, and we talked about northeastern United States, and we started to get interest in dates. And it was Steph Hond, myself, Vinny Appice, and I talked Tracy G into it, who used to play guitar with Dio, about coming out. So
Wow.
I thought, okay, this would be cool. Everyone flies into Buffalo. I can drive there. It's only a couple hours.
Sure.
And then we go, you know, we started. And then COVID hit. And, you know, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, hold off, we'll think about this later. And it's funny because in the February of 2020, I retired. And I thought, okay, this gives me a plenty time to rehearse and work on business, Hollywood Monsters business, get us more gigs. And I mean, that whole right through New York, right down, Connecticut, right, Pennsylvania, and right back up all the states. And it was like, oh, man, this should be fun. Like we're looking at like 2.5 weeks already.
Yeah.
So, but you never know.
Oh yeah. No, everybody's hungry for it. COVID's coming to an end, I think, or we're actually getting a grasp on it. Yeah. And everybody's going to be hungry to go play and to see live music.
Exactly.
So, Numb. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this track? What it's about?
Yeah. Numb was written by Steph Hond, and he wrote that in Los Angeles. He lived in Los Angeles for a while. Then he moved back to France. He wrote that. He did a recording on it, and he sent it to me. He says, I really want to get this one done. So I said, damn right. Like, it's a great song. So he basically did the guitars, some of the piano, and a scratch vocal, sent it over to me for bass. I did a scratch bass on it. We sent it to Vinny Appice, and I think he got it done in like a day and sent it back to us. And like, it's a great song. Oh, we're really all proud of it. And I think it just, when people think of Hollywood Monsters, they think of this song.
Yeah, right, it's great. That's great. That's a great, because it's just a great track. I can't wait. We're going to play it after. But before we go, tell the people where they can come find out more information, all that, the social media shite, all that stuff.
Yeah. You know what? Hollywood Monsters has a Facebook site. Just, Facebook, Hollywood Monsters. You'll find it. Google it. Same thing as Instagram. Steph Hond is, of course, he has his Facebook and Instagram page. You can download the album Hollywood Monsters Thriving on Chaos at ronnierobson.com. Okay. On the main page at the bottom. And physical copies are, we have two people dealing with that right now. Die Hard Music in Brazil, and we have Bicky Music in Japan. They're distributing that. So awesome. That's what you can find. But yeah, so it's out there. Grab it. It's a great album. And let us know what you think about it too.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Everybody pick it up and listen. It's a great, you know what this is great for? This is a good one to listen to before you go to the bar. Yeah. I say that about a lot of things, but it's true when it is. And it's just chilling with your buddies, hanging out with your friends, you're drinking, you're having a good time. It's got that great rock and roll vibe going in the background, nothing but positivity. It's great stuff. Ronnie, thanks for talking to us. Oh, you're going to send us your new track when you get it done too, right? Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. We'll do that. It's a great track. It's one of, I'll give a little hint out. There's a band in Canada out of Toronto called Gatto, and fantastic 3-piece band. And this was probably their most, in shows, people would ask them to play this song. Okay. They never played it live, or maybe they played it once or twice, but we're redoing it with some fantastic players. So I will send it. I'll send it. Oh, that's exciting, man. That's great. Ronnie, thanks for calling in, and we will talk to you soon, my brother. We'll have you on again. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. All right, man. Guys. Have a great one. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Later, brother. Later.
When the feeling's gone, delusion's such a nice place to be. When nothing is real and nothing really matters, come on, sink a dirty teeth into me. 'Cause
Time for the top F and 10. For episode 324, May 6th. Coming in at number 10 from last week's list is The Stolen Moans with Poonum 2. And I like to say the name of that song, Poonum 2.
Poonum 2.
Number 9, Owls and Aliens with Tsunami. Number 8, Tamagun with Evelyn. Number 7, Emelina with The Night We Almost Got Sober. Number 6, Right After Midnight, Yours All Night. Number 5, Berserk, Mic Check 1, 2. Number 4, Carly Jewel, Trouble We Are. We got Riot After Midnight and Carly Jewel, both from Australia, in the top 10.
Down under.
Little side. They don't need to hear that because that's what everybody does right when you say Australia.
Hey, man, you can make fun of me.
That's what kind of impact that band had.
In front of me.
But I think it's.
I'm a white guy.
I'm just
from
saying.
America.
I'm just saying that's it. That's like how much impact that song had, though.
I know.
Like you literally like Vegemite sandwich. I didn't even know what the fuck that was because that song I had to do some research.
Yeah.
Anyway,
look,
we talk about it all the time. Vegemite sandwiches,
dude.
shit.
It's good. We tried it. We'll embrace your culture.
We always. Oh my god! If there's something we should try from your culture and we can get it over here, let us know because we want to try it.
Yeah,
because that is what it's about.
If you want to make fun of Americans too, just do the Southern accent. Oh, we love just a redneck.
Yeah, those guys are great. Those guys are fun. The South is fun.
Redneck.
The South is fun.
Yeah.
Blackout Orchestra, Tongues, Post Profit, number 2, Post Profit, Smother, and number 1 for a second week. Pinfinger with Bootlicker. It's a heavy track. It's a great track. That's your top F and 10 for May 6th, episode 324.
Look in your boots.
Boot
right
liquor.
Boot liquor.
It's a tough track.
Yeehaw.
It's mean.
No,
it'll fight you.
Pinfinger is tough.
Oh yeah.
Love their videos.
Great stuff. Top 10. Top fucking 10.
Right? That's like someone
Bring the
scratching.
noise.
Bring the noise. Shit.
It's me, Tully Diö. And I'd like to thank the people that make the Tully Diö Show possible. First of all, me, Tully Diö. It's my show. Second of all, my partner in crime, Madman Matt. We got our executive producer, Amy Goldberg, and our associate producer, James Chabelle. The Tully Diö Show. Make it happen.
2 weeks? Yeah, it's been like fucking a week. We missed 1 week. That would have sucked though.
I think we missed 2 weeks, didn't we?
No,
we didn't. It's just been 1 week.
It's been 1 week.
I feel like
it's
I
like a
haven't
long
seen you in,
time
like,
because
6
we
years.
really like to fucking do the show.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the future.
It's the future.
The girl get up when she hits the beat. You know she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. You know my baby, she was built for love. When I'm inside, it feels just like a ghost because she go, go, go. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go. She was a no, no, no. Yeah, she loves to go, go, go.
Poonum two, poonum two, poonum two, oh, oh, poonum two, poonum two, poonum two, oh, oh,
Rise and shine, departure time. Lay that log down in the brine. Back to back, let's make a start. Shiny brown
down to my core. Been exposed and I needed more and more. And all your casual ways keeping me up for days. When days and days out, I rise from the deepest ocean. None urges to go on. Now walk by your side, oh darling. You'll never be alone. a nigga in anger management, but my head is so funky like Harlem. Listen to this rhyme, New York Times. Hype on this track like that shit bust a rhyme. America's illest, no nigga killers got bulletproof vests for the haters in the bullet. Get out of my face, hit me on the mic space. Hip hop rock music, with over like the bass like drama. Every time I come to the place like drama, y'all be screaming out the slang. My mama, get out my face, don't you been while we wind the kick, come back to the dog like drama. Every time I come to the place like drama, y'all be screaming out the slang. My mama, got my face, don't you been bother, watch like drama. Come on, man, you know it's action. One.
of that heroin high where I get real numb and I touch the sky and I'm at it, I'm at it again. Give me some of that rock and roll where I rush real hard 'cause I lose my soul and I'm at it, I'm at it again. Trouble in me, trouble in you, trouble y'all.